In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make tons of MT this weekend in NBA 2K23 My Team, with it being the final qualifiers for the 250k tournament. If you guys don't know what I mean, there's 4 different qualifiers for the 250k tournament. If you go down to this tab right here where it says the 250k tournament and you go over to obviously the schedule, you guys can see these were the 4 different dates of when the qualifiers were. There was October 15th, November the 26th, January 7th, and the final one February the 18th, which is going to be this upcoming Saturday. Now you guys might be wondering, why does this have to do anything with making MT? And obviously, how can you make MT for this new before this last qualifiers? If you guys don't know, basically a lot of people try to badge up their cards to have the best chance of qualifying. So you'll notice that a lot of badge price do go up, the Friday and the Saturday before the 250k qualifiers. Usually the best time to sell badges is probably Friday day or maybe even Thursday night as well, because you guys can see right here, Agent 3 going for 3.5 thousand MT, and this is just such a good way to make MT right now in my team. Is pretty much just go through your badge collection and see what badges have value. You can see Green Machine Gold is going for about 5,000 MT. So if I were to sell Green Machine and Agent 3, that's going to be what, 8,000 MT from 2 single badges. If I look at Space Creator, for example, it probably won't go for that much, but you can see right here, Space Creator is going for like 6,000 MT, and I have two of them at the gold tier, so I'll send both of those on my auction house, and you guys can do this for pretty much any single badge in the game. Like you can see right here, Gold Volume Shooter is going for about 4,000 MT. For whatever reason, before the qualifiers, the badge prices always go up in price. So what you guys want to be doing is basically just first off going through all of your badges and selling the ones that do have the most value, and just selling all of them. Like even the silver ones, they might not go for as much, but you can see even Silver Green Machine going for about 2,000 MT. So honestly, one of the best ways to make MT in my team right now, and it's really hard to make MT in my team. They've definitely made it a lot harder right now in the game to make MT. So a great way to do so is by selling your badges, like Bronze Guard Up going for what, 3,000 MT. If I have 2 of them in my collection, even if I want to undercut them like crazy, I can sell those both for 2,000 MT, and I can pretty much guarantee you that they'll sell for that price tag. I can maybe push it up and go for 2.5, but even just selling them for 2,000 MT, that's 4,000 from just 2 single badges. I'll also be showing you guys later in the video which badges do go for the most and which ones you guys should be prioritizing selling right now. But basically the best way to do so is honestly just by looking through your collection. Like you can see Gold Clamps, you might think goes for a decent amount, but actually only goes for like 1,000 MT. It's more of like the random ones that do go for the most. Like Anchor, I do believe goes for a decent amount right now, actually not that much, only 1,000. So it's kind of weird, like the better badges in the game for whatever reason don't particularly go for the most. It's kind of like the random ones, like Space Creator for some reason goes for like 5-6k. I think a lot of the offensive ones are usually better than defensive. Like Handles for Days is a really good badge, but for whatever reason, it's only going for like 1,000. But if you look at a random badge like Floor General, you can see it's actually going to go for a little bit more, around 3,000 MT. So check all of the badges in your collection, because you might not realize that, for example, Dimer is actually going to go for a lot more than Handles for Days, which is a much better badge. Like even Break Starter, for example, right? You can see Break Starter goes for about like 3,000 MT. And I think the reason that is because most of the cards nowadays have all the good badges. They all have gold Handles for Days, they all have gold hyperdrive, but some of them might be missing a Dimer, some of them might be missing a Break Starter. So kind of more of the random badges nowadays actually do tend to go for more, like Fearless Finisher, right? I think a lot of cards do come with Fearless Finisher, but I don't see many cards coming with like Slippery Off Ball or a Clutch Shooter. Most cards do have, but actually you can see right here Clutch Shooter going for about what, 5,000 MT, maybe a little bit less. So honestly, I think this might be price fixed. I don't know exactly sure. I know a lot of people do price fix badges. That's something that's happened in the past, and I do believe also happens nowadays. But basically guys, the best way to make MT is just going through your collection and selling all of these badges you have. Like I can go through and probably sell every badge in my collection and make over like 200,000 MT, maybe even a little bit more. If I were to go through and sell every single badge, I would be able to make at least 100,000, maybe even a little bit more. So that's honestly guys a great way to do so, is right now before the 250k qualifiers. If you guys want to wait a little bit till Friday day or Friday night, that is probably the best time to sell your badges. So that's the time that I would do so to make a lot of MT. If you guys are wondering like what are the best, the most expensive badges in the game, I'll kind of just go through. You can honestly just do this yourself as well, just going through the names of badges and seeing which ones go for the most. But the ones that always go for the most, I do believe, not Brick Wall, I think it's is it Bully? I do believe it was Bully. It's not Bully anymore. Bully used to go for a while. Catch and Shoot, I don't think goes for that crazy amount. Yeah, Catch and Shoot doesn't really go for the most. Like I said, it's more of like the random badges, not ones that you would expect to go go for a lot. Like Clamp Breaker is one of the best badges in the game and only goes for like 800 MT. So you want to be selling kind of these random ones. For example, if you look at like Comeback Kid, right, it's actually going to go for a lot more than Clamp Breaker, and Clamp Breaker is like so much better of a badge than Comeback Kid. I still do believe Quick First Step always goes for a lot. I mean, it's always been Quick First Step, and Limitless usually goes for a decent amount as well because it's just one of the better badges in the game. But if I can find Quick First Step, I think it's kind of all the way at the end here. It definitely goes for the most, or at least has been. Yeah, you can see it's actually gone down a lot in price, only like 4,000 MT. This badge has consistently, you know, before been going for like 15 to 20,000, but badges are losing value over time. So I just recommend, you know, selling all of your badges right now, because after the 250k qualifiers and after the 250k tournament, pretty much every card in the game will start having like every badge. So if you guys have a lot of badges and you want to be able to make a decent amount of MT, I'm just giving you guys kind of a heads up to do so now, because badges will from now on will just continue to lose value over time. You know, with Dark Matters coming in the game, you know, Invincibles, end games, they don't need those badges to be added. So this is probably like your last chance to sell all of your badges and still make a decent amount of MT. But let me know in the comment section down below if there's some other really good, you know, expensive hidden badges that do go for a lot. You guys can help each other's out in the comment section down below and tell each other, you know, which random badges do go for the most. But yeah, guys, just want to give you guys a heads up and just some advice, you know, to be selling your badges. I'm gonna definitely do so as well, probably Friday day or Friday night, sell all my badges, and should be able to make like over 100,000 MT, maybe even a little bit more. But hopefully this video helped you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.